Check 1 2 1 2. When I come see you, I'm looking for my boo. It's a kind of sort of maybe things I do. Hey, get the tone and style that I like from you.
Is this how we're starting the very first episode of Worthy Conversations? Yo, I'm your girl, Addy3000, and this is Worthy Conversations. I'm here with Spitz and Hav.
Yo,
shout out to the boys. This is WTW TV and WTW Radio.
Thanks.
Like I said earlier, this is Worthy Conversations, and just a little backstory about Worthy Conversations. It's the new podcast that we have on WTW TV. It's part of WTW Records. In our company, we have artists, we have a podcast, we have a TV channel, a radio station on SoundCloud and Tidal. We're everywhere, you guys. So this is a podcast that we have been talking about for some time, and we're very excited to be giving it to you guys because you guys have been so receptive with just the music videos, the podcast. A little backstory of Worthy Conversations. It's very straight to the point. It's a worthy conversation, and just like this show and my special guest, we're gonna get straight to the point because we're going to be talking about the top 10 undeniably best rappers of all time. Is it of all time, boys?
Yeah. Of all time.
Of all time. So we're going to go ahead and let you guys know the top 10, and then we're gonna talk about like the top 5. Am I right? So I have the top 10. Yeah, we're gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna go ahead and announce the number 10. Mr. Get the Strap himself. He's on power. I heard somebody blasting his music a couple of days ago. Number 10 was 50. You guys talk about that.
Yeah, man. Just because of the impact that he has and internationally known, he's like one of the top rappers. Like when you think about rap and hip hop, 50 Cent has to come to mind.
Still has relevancy right now. She just said get the strap. So
get the strap on IG.
Right.
A lot of people know 50 Cent and know who he is. Like he's one of the most recognizable people probably that's involved in hip hop.
Yeah, and you guys based this list off of the fact of the impact that they've made in hip hop. Can we talk a little bit real quick before we get into number 9 where that came from?
Well, it pretty much is like your impact on the game. Like we want all artists that has like an impact on the game. Someone that changed the game, like the culture, some kind of way, some kind of how, did not just let music ground them, like expanded into other things, like 50, like how you say it with the power,
so evolved, like the involvement of their careers and like not just the impact that they hold on music and then what they did after that. Right. What they did after they had the attention is also very important in this list, and also the notoriety. Like how many people do know you and know of you, and like where can you go and pack a stadium? Like what demographic cannot not know about you almost, like some way somehow. These people in this list, no matter the age group, you know who they are, right? Because that's how much of a stamp each one of them have made.
Yeah, and so coming up, we have somebody you see him like all the time on TV. You've been seeing him since he was 16 years old, and we're talking about LL Cool J, who is the host of Lip Sync Battle, which is one of the biggest shows in America right now.
Oh, yeah.
So, and you guys started talking about notoriety, and that was an awesome choice that I felt that you guys made on that. And then for number 8, we have another rapper who has a really big notoriety as well, which comes in as Ice Cube.
Oh yeah. Big production. Big 3 league.
Yeah, Big 3 league now. And even all the movies and all that stuff, that the songwriting that he has, like no one has.
NWA.
Yeah, Fuck the Police. No one has that on there. No one else wrote that other than him. Today Was a Good Day. Right. A bunch of music that he's done. It's been really good. It's been really great, and like just the songwriting aspect of it. So that shows a lot of uniqueness, and then it translates into movies when it goes to like family-friendly films, to The Barbershop, to Are We There Yet? Even to Down Point of Friday, like we were talking about earlier. Like that's one that you could play with your parents because it even has that subtle message. That it's not just like a bunch of motherfuckers are getting high. Like, oh, it's just a pothead movie. Like how high you probably can't get. You probably can't get that one off.
Yeah, you cannot.
But shout out to Red, and Meth, definitely deserving of a top 10. The lyrics as well. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like the way that Ice Cube has impacted that lane as well has been really, really dope. And man, that fool got a lot of dope ass music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's stood the test of time.
I was really surprised at myself because yesterday, Today Was a Good Day came on and I actually knew a lot of the lyrics and
Yeah.
I was like, oh snap. Oh snap, your girl don't learn all the lyrics. Next up we have, on number 7 we have Eminem.
Eminem. That guy pretty much put an impact for like
For artists
Lil
to pay
Pump,
away,
Post Malone.
Shout out to
you know,
myself.
like yeah, like my partner right here, Hav. So so these artists, respect him for that simple aspect. He made it cool for us African Americans, to actually accept them into the culture, because it's not really about a black and white thing. Is what he said in his lyrics. He let you know he went through struggle as well, and you can relate to it. So everyone is relating to these artists in different kind of ways. So he opened the door for them.
For sure. Another worthy conversation is Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne comes in at number 6.
Yeah, dedication. Talk about a person that's changed the game. Like speaking on that, like he changed the game as far as it is like digitally, and like being like, yo, the way to get my music is digitally.
Yeah.
That's the way you can consume it. You can have it. You can live with it, and also just the consistency. Even like artists that kind of come up on that, a little bit, even like to a degree like Wiz and like Future and Young Thug, like to just like always constantly having like music and like just always on deck, you know what I mean? So like to a point that's even us, like we just always have something on deck because we know that we're gonna release something every single Saturday on Dub Teach Dub Saturday. So
that's the guy that pretty much like we spoke about, that let us be able to make music off of the mixtape. Make money off of the mixtape. So we thank Lil Wayne for being on that list to open the door for me and Javier. So each one of these artists benefited us in some kind of way.
And the whole Young Money thing, Young Money, him finding Wayne and Wayne finding Drake and Nicki, like that is impactful. Like even from the start, like a little bit. Let's touch on it too. Like LL Cool J was one of the first young star rappers, and like Lil Wayne is someone else that came up when he was very young, and then like he had songs from '99, he had songs from '09, and now he's about to have songs, in 2019, next year, so
sure.
Well, 18 too, but I just wanted to stick with the nice shit.
So we gave some awesome love to the top. We went from 10 through 6. We paid respects to them. So if a little recap, we did number 10 was 50, number 9 was LL Cool J, number 8 was Ice Cube, number 7 was Eminem, and number 6 was Lil Wayne. So now we're gonna be getting into the top 5 list of the undeniably, what is it? Can you guys say what it is?
Oh yeah, this is the undeniable top 10. This is
Undeniable top 10.
You can't deny it in the fact that it's just like what the criteria is: classics, notoriety, the skill to MC, and then the
impact.
worldwide impact that they made, but the worldwide impact. Like they know them in Brazil, they know them in Singapore, they know they know them in Miami, they know them in New Orleans, they know them anywhere.
Yeah.
These artists.
And so I'm really excited because number 5 is one of my favorite rappers of all time.
Before we get into this, let's go talk a little bit about the worthy conversation that this was, because at first, before we put this person at number 5, we put a poll out between number 5 and Eminem, like who's deserving of this 5th spot. So as we did that, we got a good amount of love. What was mine? I got
I think it was like
81% going into who's number 5, and then
mine was like I would think it was like 60 63 or something like
63% going to who we placed at number 5.
Right.
But then talking about it, we're just like, wow, like we're thinking like, man, like, because you guys aired out a little bit of like, hey, who like
yeah, you guys really spoke.
We thought it was closer, basically. So we're like, then the Wayne and Jay-Z thing, like, we don't need any like conversation on that. We know the impact more that Wayne has had, especially in this day and age too. So we're like, yo, let's switch it. So that's why Lil Wayne is before Eminem, and then number 5 is
Jigga.
Hey, The Rock is in the building.
Oh, we got Jay-Z coming in at number 5. I just want to speak my respect for him because if you saw the Ambition Hour podcast, somebody asked me about my top 5 and he was definitely on there. I don't have a specific order, but he is definitely on there. I feel like he has done so much for the hip hop game and even just the whole entrepreneur thing of like starting your own label, because nobody was buying his, like no one was going to pick up his album, so he had to basically make up Rockefeller with, you know, his partners and put this album out. And I think that today has become such a big impact. But I know these boys got you know, some way that they feel about having Jay-Z. So what was that inspiration of having him at number 5?
The inspiration between that was just the impact that he's done with, first of all, having these undoubtable classics like Reasonable Doubt, the Blueprint, and you know, you could even give him American Gangster. You know, well, not give him, you know, and even these new ones that he's had, like 444 is probably another one of his classics too. And the whole thing of his entrepreneurship and like nobody was gonna give it to him. He came into it in his own way, like owning his music, like he owns like his music, and like no one's cutting from Jay-Z.
He gave us that idea to say, own your shit.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, your artist coming in here, own your shit. Like, so you gotta give him that.
Even
respect.
the project that he came out with Beyonce, The Carters,
Right.
like that's like a legendary album. And the fact that he's right now, they're on world tour and they're selling out. They are selling out like arenas, like soccer arenas. Like him and his lady are selling that out, and I feel like that is something that is so recognizable. And I'm happy that he did come in at number 5 because he is well respected. Like who doesn't really know Jay-Z?
Also, another shout out to episode 26. Good breakdown, lyrical breakdown on Song Cry.
Oh yes.
We
We did talk about Song Cry on there because it came to my attention that it's like he wrote about Beyonce. Like not that he wrote about her specifically, but that he like wrote her into existence in that relationship, and even like the whole infidelity thing.
Basically, Beyonce helped him get that V.6. You know.
Exactly.
Homie had very bad credit. You know. You only leased that whip. Like I mean.
You know.
I'm just saying, man. Shout out to Hov, man, and the whole Rock Nation, and yes, you know, salute, man. Everything.
All right, so let's move on along. We got Biggie coming in at number 4. And it's funny because we have a video of Spitz playing in the background and he's wearing a Biggie shirt.
Oh, yeah, that's true too. Sky's the limit.
What a coincidence.
What a coincidence.
Well, what a coincidence.
That's happening.
And then also, you know,
Biggie.
Bam, you know,
Biggie's
right
up.
there. Shout out to Abstract.
Abstract Renee. So Biggie comes in at number 4. You guys, talk to me about that.
Well, that right there was just his impact that he's had on hip hop, and like, yo, a lot of people know of Biggie, like, you know, like that's that one thing you can talk about a 50-year-old with Biggie, and then you know, like a 12-year-old might know like Party and Bullshit or some shit like that, you know, or like no, like going back to Cali or something like that. Juicy, Juicy will come more to mind, especially like if you're, you know what, listening to the radio, you know, with your parents, you know, Juicy's one of those songs that is definitely gonna come on, you know, the dial. So like.
More money, more problems as well.
More money, more problems. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
the fuck.
Something.
Yeah, no, he has so many classics. He has 2 classics. His impact on the game, and then his notoriety, and him just showing like, yo, he's inspired a lot of MCs. You know, like to myself,
pretty much.
You know, like and flow wise, style wise, just and it kind of like the whole like you could still maintain to be yourself, and you know, like tell a story of yourself, but like, you know, like it doesn't have to like, it's a part of storytelling, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be precise, but it has to be, you know, it has to be a story, you know what I mean?
He gave you like, you know, like vivid, pictures,
yeah,
some of his, you know, lyrics.
Yeah, I got a story to tell.
He was the first artist to do that, so that right there gives him that actual strength to be there right there for, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, shout out to Biggie.
Hell yeah, man.
I love him. He's an artist that, like you guys were saying, like my dad knows him.
Yeah.
And it's just like one of the people that he just like knows that's what he likes to play. And I also
Big
feel
Papa,
like,
I love it when you call me Big Papa.
Like every time that I hear that song, I always think of him. And I know why he fell in love with it, and it was because of the movie Hardball.
Hardball, yeah.
So and it even shows that dynamic, like my dad learned that song because a little kid was dancing to it. Like it was his song to come on when it was time for him to bat.
iconic right there.
You know what I mean?
Well,
it
he was
like,
pitching, right?
Oh, he was pitching, and then the song came on.
He had to have that song on.
Michael B. Jordan's in that movie.
Shout out to Michael B. Jordan, the GOAT.
Right.
Young GOAT.
But yeah, so Biggie coming in at number 4 is pretty dope. Next up, we have another New York rapper from Queensway. He just came out with an album not too long ago this summer.
Yes.
And Nasir.
Nasir.
We got Nas coming in at number 3. Let's talk about it, boys. Come on, let's break this thing down. It's a worthy
I would
conversation.
say,
You're getting close to the number 1.
I would say Nas had that impact because he had the realness. You know, like his impact just came from, like, look, you don't have to be with the gangsterness. You have to, you know, like, come with the knowledge.
Yeah.
So anybody that thinks knowledge isn't something that's necessary in hip hop, Nas is there to let you know, like, yo, actually, you need to read books. You need knowledge in your head, educate yourself, and make sure you know your shit before you get your ass in this hip hop group. You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
Yeah, he made like being smart cool to me. You know what I mean? Like he taught me that lesson. Like you could still be smart and intelligent and know, like, have these values and knowledge is power, and you know, like, and having these prides and like these morals that you kind of like live by, kind of thing. He taught me like that basically, like growing up. So like, and he has undoubtedly like probably the most classics. You know, like I think. Well, that's me, because, like, I'm a hella Nas fan. On my personal list, man, that motherfucker number 1. You know what I mean? But this is the undeniable top.
You've even met, like, one of your best friends through Nas's music.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Him coming in at number 3 is
Exactly.
very, you know, pretty strong.
Yeah, and then, like, okay, so then you have Illmatic, Stillmatic. It was written, you know, like, okay, fine. Let's set that apart, set that aside, and the things that he's done with Mass Appeal, you know, the investments that he's been making this year, making the top of the Forbes list, you know, like, a lot of motherfuckers been hating on my boy saying, like, you know, got that, but look at now, you know, like, what's up now? You know, like, what's up now? Okay.
Take over.
Speaking, we got Ether on there too. No, I'm kidding. But like, he just elevated his game up a little bit too, and like how we were talking about that Rapture thing that's on Netflix. Like that's part of his company too. That's creating that content. So Nas, man, inspirational. You know, like inspirational every single time.
Big time.
And one of the best pens. Speaking about storytelling, you know, like as far as songs, you know, like today was a good day. You know, you could go Eminem with Stan. You know, like Biggie with I Got a Story to Tell, and then like with Nas, you know, that song Rewind. You know, like no one had
ever used it. Oh man,
something like that, or even like Life's a Bitch and then you die, and or like what's the one for with Q-Tip on Illmatic. The One Love.
Oh yeah,
that one, like, you know, oh man,
yeah,
it's over. It's over.
Yeah, he had some good ones.
And then and it's new one. Bonjour, Nas talking that talk, okay?
I fucks with that one, but
yeah, that album was pretty dope.
Simple Things is
yeah.
That's like my favorite one, right?
I remember in middle school I had a teacher, my history teacher, she taught us the lyrics to the I know I can't be what I want to be.
Yeah, that song right there was hella major. But
she was dope. She like knew Khaled and shit.
one of the homies said he was asking like, oh, what's the songs that inspired you? And then, you know, shout out to Sosa, he said Two Dope Boys, Outkast. So dang, made me start thinking like, dang, what's one of the songs that made me like fall in love with hip hop, whatever like that. I gave it to my boy Nas, because that If I Rule the World, like that song right there, like really made me think about like, damn man, this shit is like cool. And you know, like just that aspect of me like flipping that when I was younger, you know what I mean? It was just cool.
Yeah, so he came in at number 3. Shout out to Nas and everything. That's big, by the way. Number 2. Number 2, we got Tupac. Hey. How do you want it? Hey. So tell me about, like, damn, we put Tupac in at number 2, so that kind of fits. We got a West Coast rapper in the building.
Hey, for real. This Dub's up in this bitch, but we representing that Dub too. You know? But yeah, like his impact, like also involved. You know, like let's you know, like the classics, you know, we talk about that, all these artists have a classic, so let's set that aside. Him with the movies, you know, like Juicy, no one has that role,
Right.
you know what I mean? And then like even to Poetic Justice and Gridlock, like those those movies and his performances in that is impeccable, and like the impact that he's had on the game and just internationally, why like the recognition of hip hop, like Tupac is in there, you know, like you put a picture up, you want to play some. You wanna know if a place fucks with hip hop? They have one picture of Pac. You know, like it's like a picture of Pac is like somewhere there. You know what I mean? Like it could be some graffiti shit. It could be a dollar bill with his face on it. You know, like it could be any little thing. Like what Pac is just kind of like
recognizable face.
Recognizable face. Like
Trust.
they know about Pac anywhere that you fucking go. You know, they like you go to Amsterdam and Rotterdam, they fucking with Pac. You know, you go anywhere, they fucking with Pac.
I mean, not only just that, just the point of him being like the first like woke artist. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, it's like he's like y'all some of y'all be like fake woke out here. You know, like this. You know, like we ain't gonna talk about it. But like look, we talk about like being like right, like not going for hours. We can actually talk about like how Pac would like keep it real and explain things to you through his music. You know, like. And he was, you know, trying to tell people as well about being like, yo, like, educated and smart about, like, life and making life decisions. You don't get a class in college, you know what I'm saying, have college professors teaching your lyrics, you know, breaking it down to explain them, you know, like life lessons, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, like, you get to number 2 on that list for a damn good reason for that, you know what I'm saying, like, because that right there, like, alone lets you know like how powerful he was in the game, you know, I mean, you look at it like, yo, I want somebody to explain his lyrics, I'll pay somebody. You're going to class to get, you know, like educated on his lyrics. That's, I mean, fuck. Tupac. 2.
Now we got to number 2, which is Tupac. We're gonna give you guys our favorite songs. Well, their favorite songs.
Well, your favorite songs too.
Oh, okay, yay, okay.
It says we're the special guests on the Worthy Conversation.
You guys are not they are not the special guests. They are.
It's my show, bitch. No, I'm kidding.
My bad. They are actually they're the hosts of Worthy Conversation.
Nah, man, we definitely love this fucking.
But yeah, so shout out to that. This is WTW TV. Also, I feel so rude for not having invited you guys already to have subscribed. If you have made it this far, you should have already subscribed.
Yeah, subscribe, hit a like, comment below. You guys should just let us know what you guys think of the top 10, or like what you think should be the top 10, or like what's your top 10. But remember, this is undeniable. Like excluding your bias. You know what I mean? Like. So
take your bias out of
it. Take your bias out of this. Because, of course, your top 10 is based on what you like. That's why no one's top 10 could be the same. But this is the undeniable top 10.
Do you realize how bad she wanted 50 Cent the fuck out?
I did not want 50.
She was trying to get 50.
She's like,
I
yo,
did not want
get
Eminem
him
on
the
there.
fuck out of here. Like,
she was like, Eminem,
Eminem doesn't have to
stand in and do it for me.
like, Eminem?
When was the last time I heard
The
Eminem?
candies? The candy?
I don't even like the candies. I'd rather get cookies and cream. You heard? But okay,
so all right.
Yeah, so we're gonna go into our favorite songs. Jay-Z. I mean,
what would you say?
I'll go first. I mean, Reasonable Doubt. The whole entire album is just awesome.
Okay.
But like,
goddamn.
Damn, but the thing is that like song is so hard. I guess like I Know comes to mind. That's from American Gangster.
Okay.
That's a pretty dope song for me. Song Cry is definitely one of them.
Alright, I would say Can I Live? No, Feeling It will be my favorite song.
Dang, Feeling It.
Watch It.
Watch It?
Which one?
Facts.
Watchmen?
Watch It.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, no, I love that. I love those. All of those are pretty
They got
good
a feature, Rakim got a feature on that. So like
Facts. So that's on Blueprint 2, right?
yeah, it's on 2.
It's on 2.
Just like all of those tracks, that Jay-Z's awesome. And then for number 4, we had Biggie. So what are your guys' favorite songs from Biggie?
Favorite song, I Got a Story to Tell. I love playing that song. That song right there, like I listen to that shit and it's just like, this my shit.
Dead fucking wrong. Dead wrong.
Dead wrong. Like,
That's a good one.
or Sky's the Limit too. Like,
Dang.
yeah, I can't live my life without Sky's the Limit, I think.
Dang, I have a couple. There's one There's a couple that I like, but one of my favorites is "Give Me the Loot."
Machine Gun Funk. That's what I was thinking too. Like, damn, it's hard. It's hard with Big. Like, there's a lot of good songs. Cause like, damn, Party and Bullshit comes to mind. Like, damn, thinking about that. Like, damn,
I'm
I don't know
just
which my favorite
dancing
Big
to them in
song
my
is.
head
Like,
right
yeah,
now.
I'm
It's
like,
so
damn.
hard. I
Which
love
one is my
that.
favorite? Like,
There's just so many of them, and he was such a like. I feel like he was just such a dope ass artist.
Facts.
So we got number 3. We got Nas. What are you guys' favorite Nas songs?
I would have to say Ether. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Like,
So now we really know who
Oh, yes.
feels about Jay-Z.
So we're gonna talk
no,
about
it's
that number
not.
5.
It's nothing personal. It's just like since I'm a person that actually likes like bars and like like.
Oh yeah,
like
because
the hits,
because you like that type of like
That
like
comeback.
that comeback type of
comeback.
rap.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
feel
like,
you though.
damn, he
Nas's Like comes to mind. Nas's Like is one of my favorite Nas songs.
like
And like It Ain't Hard to Tell will be like another one I would say is my favorite song. What's your favorite Nas song? I think
It's kind of interesting because he has a couple that I just like. Y'all know I'm pretty bad with names, so there's just a couple of songs of his that I really like.
Got yourself a good.
Oh, that's a good one. My then
One
I guess,
mic. Oh, one mic gotta be my
you
favorite
know
one.
what?
Scratch everything I said, yo. Scratch
No,
everything I said.
okay, so
I'm sorry I didn't even mention this up. That one mic. That's right there. Says it all right there. Like what the? Why is it even at 3? But like one mic. That's undeniably my favorite song.
I also like now like that because you said one mic, it made me think of Made You Look.
Right, yeah,
Like
because
that's one of the first songs that like I remember learning it word for word, and it was like one of his songs. It was like that was his song that I knew word for word. So Made You Look is a pretty good one for me.
Deep Steam.
Facts.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you're not lying. Thief Sting. Yes.
Let's wrap up the show. I gotta go listen. I'm gonna get my Nas back.
He's gonna
I'm gonna get my
his
Scully
Nas
on.
back.
I'm gonna start wearing camo. Oh man.
So done. So then in Tupac, let's see what Tupac songs y'all fucking with.
All Eyes on Me is my favorite song by Tupac. Like that right there was like my soundtrack. Like a life at one point. You know what I mean? And just thinking about it, like being like, man, this man's past, and like how this song kind of is, and like the attention that he's had, like that song, like I don't know. I felt like he was just talking to me, like type shit, like like it kind of like giving me free game on that song. Like things that he says, and then Big Sight is on there too. Like that shit hard. That's one of my favorite songs as far as penmanship and shit.
I would have to say mine is it changes. This is knowledge, like it's just,
So you one of them Thriller liking motherfuckers too with Michael Jackson.
yeah. I'm not
I
gonna
see
lie
no
on that
changes.
shit.
Wake up in the morning.
Facts, yeah, it's like-
What is oh, this is probably another worthy conversation, but what is Michael Jackson's changes? Is it Thriller or is it Billie Jean?
Changes
I would
as
say
in
it's,
like.
I would say it's Thriller.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, we're gonna be talking about him a little bit later, but I would say one of my favorite Tupac songs is "How Do You Want It." I just really like that whole.
I Get Around too. So
I Get Around is like
Get
dope
Around
as
is-
fuck.
I love that. I can play. I can start the party off with that one.
That'll be like.
You know what I mean?
Bro,
Like,
loose lips ain't shit.
yeah, I can start the party off with
Put a
that.
little twist in the hips because I'm watching. I fuck with that. So speaking of like songs that everybody knows that da 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 da. It's the motherfucking D.O.G. Snoop Dogg, which comes in at number 1.
Snoop Dogg, straight from the LBC,
Most recognizable.
the most recognizable man in
In
the
the
fucking
world.
planet. Excuse that, damn man, I need to chill, man. We probably might get this
I mean,
contact
no, but it's
back.
serious, though.
This is
It's
our
serious.
show.
It's
This is worthy
serious.
conversations. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. When I first heard that Snoop came in at number 1, to me it was kind of just like, wait, what? And then I kind of like put it into perspective on, okay, like what the reason why you guys are making it Undeniably. Like how you said earlier, like I didn't want to get 50 on there because my own personal reasons, can't let that go. And then like with the Eminem, like you guys were saying earlier, like that was something. But Snoop Dogg, I didn't feel like I had to fight for him being at number 1 because. I mean, he wouldn't be my number 1, but I can understand why he would be number 1 on this list. On the undeniable.
Undeniable. Like
because I can't deny that. I can't deny that he could be, that he's number 1.
yeah, like who's more known? Like who's relevant now? whose music is still being played, you know, like from his first album,
Right.
you know, down even to his second album, work that it's not even just only his, the thing that he did with Pharrell in the early 2000s, like, and
Who's
even like
everywhere right now.
and like even Baby Boy back in the day, you know, like in the controversy of like Murder Was the Case, the working with Dre, like,
You
bruh.
can't say he can't act. That motherfucker can act too.
He was on Soul
Sure.
Plane.
the show,
The Watch.
yeah, the shows. How many shows?
He's been on
He
a
has
lot of
TV
shows. He's
shows.
been on
He has-
Martin.
I can't even say a TV show because he has so
He
many.
has like
Yeah.
3 or 4 TV shows like
Yeah, so
right
many.
now.
He's worked with like Martha Stewart,
Oh.
just like it's just so much. Like he is a very well-known rapper, and now he's even into like gospel music and making gospel rap. And like, I saw that, and it was crazy because I think it was like the 20th year anniversary or 20 something. Don't quote me on that. Of him celebrating that Dog Pound came out.
Oh wow!
So like that's
And then
something that
also-
recently happened.
Also, that like the crew that he brought in too with him, like that's always a major thing with everybody in this list too. So like, Snoop has done that. Like,
And
legend.
he's I guess
He's a
what you
legend.
can say that he was one of the first artists that Dr. Dre basically like came
Right.
out with. Like,
Yeah, like-
and
Yeah,
Dr.
that's
Dre,
for
Dr. Dre is pretty heavy on this list with the artists that are featured on this list. Like we have Ice Cube who
Yeah.
has worked with Dr. Dre, 50,
50,
Eminem,
Jay worked
Jay
with,
has
Jay
worked with him.
You know, like
You know-
even Nas has worked with him. Pac has worked with him, and Snoop
Pretty
has
sure
worked with him.
LL fucking worked with him too.
Yeah, I think probably they got one in too. Yeah.
Yeah, so for sure like
He's all
that.
on that list.
Yeah, so we can just like put the Andre Niable.
Yeah, Andre Niable.
Andre Niable.
See what you did there.
producer.
Hey, that's why she got this job.
That's why I got here. By the way, I just want to say thank you to you two for allowing me to be, the mediator on the show.
Us.
I'm very appreciative of this opportunity because, I love you both. Honestly, you guys are on my top 10, so
Yeah. Shout out to Sosa and CAB.
Yeah, all
Let's
the
believe,
artists
man,
signed
yo.
with the way records.
Y'all in my top 5. You know what I mean?
Like, hell yeah, for sure.
Stop playing fucking
On
games.
the,
You know what I mean?
The bias top 5.
But yeah, on the on the person, yeah, on the
Okay,
person.
you my dog, you bad, for sure.
But also, man, go check out the Ambition Hour since you're here. Like, go check out the Ambition Hour episode 26,
Facts.
25. Man, just go down and take a day out. Take a day out. You know what I mean?
Just like one day, just like you.
Or when you're in the office doing the data entry, just leave that thing there
Yeah, it's
playing.
good for
Listen
it
to
work.
it. It's so funny
Put
too.
those
It's like,
headphones
yeah, and I just want to appreciate everybody who has watched the episodes and who has shown love to these two boys. Like I said earlier, like they would make it on my top 10, and I don't mean that because we work together, but because they're really dope artists. So shout out to these two boys who are out here killing it in Miami. They were performing every weekend, dropping a new video, a new song every weekend in the studio, doing collaborations. Like, let me keep hyping these boys up.
for real,
But these
yeah,
guys,
yeah,
these
yeah.
are your guys' hosts for the Worthy Conversations. You guys need to get to know them because that's the whole point of Worthy Conversations is so you can get to know who these artists are
See how
that
we-
are basically like spitting shit to you guys, and you can learn a lot from them. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like they're artists in Miami. That are just doing what it is that they gotta do. Like how Hobbs says a lot, swing in the back.
Swing in the back.
Swing in the back. Because a motherfucker, one day that bitch gonna go out in the park. You know what I'm talking
Facts.
about?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go into, because we were having this conversation around the same time, at the same time, I guess you can say, when we were doing the top 10,
Right.
pretty much. I got to find out a lot of things from this conversation that we had.
Right.
I learned. I took some notes because I felt like it was very important and very worthy for you guys to hear some of the stuff that I heard. So I found out from how that Snoop bought sexual seduction.
Right.
From a rapper at a strip club.
Not to take anything away from Snoop, but no, he did say that and he did mention that, and I don't think that you guys knew that, so I was just like, like Snoop has got, like that song was someone's song, and he fucked with it so much.
And then also, so what's interesting too is that we ended up talking about how Jay-Z was the one who was credited as the writer for Still Dre.
Still Dre, so they even like, to the Lolos girls, still, that's Jay, don't get it fucking twisted, like, that's Jay-Z, on it. And that's crazy, just to think about that he wrote both those parts and just both those perspectives. That's amazing, and that's for real. That's why Jay is one of the top writers in hip hop too, or like even like American history. I think like I'm not. Mistake me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think he's probably like credited as like in the America's like songwriters, like he's
He's
got that
sick with
award.
it.
Yeah.
Because and it's funny because he writes for other people, but he doesn't write for himself. Like,
That's funny.
He
That's
doesn't
hard.
write like his own bars.
But how did he write for you when he didn't even write it?
Yeah, that's pretty
Facts.
cool. I fuck with that. And then so that also brought up the conversation about how does the fact that you're not maybe a writer, like the one that we used was Michael Jackson. You know, Michael Jackson wasn't a writer. He didn't write his own music.
Right.
He had Prince as a ghostwriter.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, he didn't have Prince as a ghost.
Well, maybe not like a,
Prince hated his ass. He was never gonna write anything for that motherfucking Michael Jackson. Shout out to the fucking to the man Mike, but like Prince was not writing shit for you.
Yeah. Well,
I
like
can make money on that.
what struck for that conversation was that we were talking about it, and I thought Michael at least wrote something. You know what I mean? Or like, I remember like hearing about Billie Jean and how that was kind of like personable and relatable to like what he was talking about. So I was like, damn, this. He probably wrote some of that song, or like maybe some of the songs.
Yeah, you felt like it was maybe something.
Yeah, like I thought it was
he
just
was
like
going through.
yeah,
He
like
was sharing with the
And we
public.
kind of got into that's why probably Prince didn't like him, because he was like, yo, everybody likes old fucking Wonder Boy here doing moonwalks and shit.
Yeah, doing the tricks, the guy with the tricks.
But I'm the guy
who actually is writing my music, who's playing the instruments, who is paying for my studio time, who like I'm the ultimate creative, and then like kind of thing. Like he does, like I respect what he does, but it's like really him kind of thing. Like I feel like maybe is some shade that probably Prince had on Michael, because it was like, yeah, you're talented, but like that's not it.
That's
You know what I mean? Like that's not it. I
like you're running the script right now. Like that's kind of like what he's like.
But isn't that what
we got
Michael
into
was
thinking
basically
of what's
trained
going
for?
on.
right, like
Well,
Yeah,
like, and I
That's
think
why that's what I'm trying to say about the whole writing thing.
That's why you
his
can't be
track
mad
record
about
is there for not writing.
yeah. So then so yeah, you could go into that, because like it shows, man. Of course, that's what Michael is, and that's what he's been trained to do, like for his whole life. So then like, but mainly it's more about like the whole writing thing, like, but you don't write your records. Like kind of like the whole thing with Pusha T and Drake. Like that's why I made the comparison there. Like it's like
Drake's Mike.
Drake's the boy.
Mike.
Drake's the boy, but it's just like,
Everyone loves this guy.
It's not like-
but this guy, is Prince, which is Pusha, and he's like, yo, but
who's
I'm
the creative, who's the ultimate creative, who's writing all
I
the
run
stuff.
my label, you know what I'm saying? Like, own my shit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I write everything, like I don't
have.
have a big team, like it's just me, I don't have Quincy, I don't have, like
Right.
you start getting into that a little bit, like, so I feel like that's probably why like there's probably some animosity there, like like Prince probably felt like he was better and superior of him, because he had more talent, like he had more all around talent, I guess, probably in his eyes.
Period.
Yeah, and it's very interesting because I remember growing up and almost like maybe not comparing the two, but it was kind of like my mom always loved Prince, so I would always listen to that, and then but growing up you would always see a Michael Jackson music video, because the Michael Jackson videos were a little more, I guess, kid friendly, because the Prince videos were very sexual.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And those were the videos that you couldn't really see. Like,
Yeah,
I don't care
those are
how
the-
much your parents like
Those
it.
are the videos that came on VH1. You felt wrong watching them. Like, you're just like,
Like, wait a minute, what is this guy?
It's like, is somebody
Now it's
gonna
crazy
roll up on
because
me?
now it's crazy.
I was only
'cause-
watching it for 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's crazy because now it's normal. Because now a lot of men are a lot more open to being a little bit. It's not homosexual. It's heterosexual.
Yeah,
So a lot more sexual and being with no shirt on and like Prince shit. You know what I mean? Like. The people are a little bit more open to that. I feel like that's how it is now. But yeah, we also talked about like the music videos that Michael Jackson has come out with, and how with each song that we have, because we talked about the songs that we liked. You said your favorite song was which one?
The Mike song.
Yeah,
The favorite Mike song is Butterflies.
yeah, and then yours was
Off the Wall.
Off the Wall. What's
Yeah, it's fucking hard ass song.
Oh,
Oh no, Rock With You is
Yeah,
my favorite
Rock
song.
With You.
Oh, Rock, yeah.
A pretty good song.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite songs. Yeah. And if y'all don't notice, that was a what you call a punch-in. but yeah.
I really, to me, Michael Jackson has so many amazing songs. Like, he has Remember the Time.
Yeah.
The music,
hard to
and
choose.
the music videos that he came up with, because it was just like, it wasn't just a music video, it was like a movie. And I remember watching like just on TV, like, and like watching it over and over.
You wanted to watch a Michael Jackson video. It's like, yo, man, I gotta get to this fucking television.
Yeah,
Michael
like,
Jackson
just
video
watch,
might have came on.
and then they used to have, like, I remember on TV they used to have like the DVDs. Like they would just have it like on rotation. Like I remember his movie being on rotation. There'll be like Michael Jackson days on like TV. And this was like not even like in the memory of his death. This was just what was going on at that time in music. He was that popular, and then like even his performances would be on TV. Like, bro, we can go on and on about Michael Jackson in this, and it's not that like Prince doesn't have that same notoriety, and like I understand why Prince would feel that way towards him, to where it's just like, yo, this dude doesn't write his shit. But it's kind of like the whole thing. I mean, I talked about it a little about this on the Ambition Hour. This episode 26, about how Chris Brown like always getting compared to, you know, to Michael Jordan. I mean Michael Jackson. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it just goes down to that, to where it's just kind of like you're comparing two people that are just different. Like you have really no reason to compare them.
Like I say, the only person that's even sniffing Michael Jackson like a little bit is Beyonce. Like period. I mean,
and also
like,
seeing the growth.
Chris is good. You know, like Chris Brown is good. He has great talents and everything. But when we're talking about fans that can't breathe. Like, I'm talking about stars that get starstruck from this person. Like, this is the kind of like, don't throw somebody next to somebody because you like that person that much. You know, like, let's be honest. You know how I feel. You know what I'm saying? For me to give that like salute right there, like right now, she's the mic.
Yeah.
She's the mic of our time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Like LeBron is the Jordan of our time. Like, she's the Michael Jackson of our time. Like, period. You know.
Damn,
that's hard.
That's undeniable right there a little bit.
And it's crazy because
undeniable. I like that. Oh, go ahead.
It's crazy because Spitz really doesn't like Beyonce. I be having to.
Not don't like her, but like, you know what I'm saying. It's certain things.
Are you setting the beehive for Spitz?
Yo, yeah, because man, we're gonna have beehives in the comment killing my ass. Like,
no, but you didn't say nothing wrong.
Like,
you didn't even say nothing wrong. You were just saying, like, you know, I'm just saying that, like, you know, for you to say that just because I know you, and I know how you honestly do feel about Beyonce. Like, it's not somebody that you would necessarily say that about. You know what I mean? And then that's the type of notoriety that you want as a performer, and that's the type of notoriety that Michael Jackson has. That it's just like, no matter what, whether you liked him or you didn't like him, you still have to give him that respect.
Right.
And that ties into having a worthy conversation, because we can sit here and literally talk about this all day. You know what I mean? Because we did talk about it for a while the other day. We gotta talk about the music videos, like how we were talking about earlier. And I know you guys wanted to do like a poll for, was it that you wanted to do the MJ?
We were gonna
MJ versus Prince.
Yeah,
we already did MJ versus Prince, but we kind of.
No, but we can do it now though.
Well, okay, we can do
it now though, so they can do it in the comment section.
Yeah, do it in the comment section. We're gonna post it on our story too as well. See what you guys like. You know, who do you guys prefer? We could discuss that a little bit more.
Yeah, because we feel like it's a worthy conversation. Bless you.
Thank you.
We feel like it's a very worthy conversation. All of us growing up, basically knowing about both of the artists, and we just want to see what you guys feel. You know, the audience. If you guys have not already, it only costs $0 to subscribe to the YouTube channel. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button. If you're listening to us on WTW Radio, shout out to you. Make sure that you hit us with a subscribe button wherever it is that you listen to us.
Yeah, on Apple Podcast.
Whether it's Apple Podcast or SoundCloud. We appreciate you guys for tuning in.
Yo, put that damn vote in the comment section, please. Yo, do you have Prince or do you have Mike Jack? Let us know. You know, because me personally, I got Mike Jack. I'm just being honest. I don't know if I should have said it or not, but I'm being honest. I got Mike Jack. So
definitely got Mike Jack on my side too.
so you know, like let the debate begin.
But I also like love the creative part of it about that debate.
It's nothing wrong, you know. Like
also let us know you guys is like top 10. Like I also want to know about that.
Would you disagree or what? You know, what do you think about the top 10?
I'm gonna be the first one in the comments.
What
Be the fuck out of
about
here.
you? What about you?
What about me? What?
Prince, mic check. Prince, mic check.
You gotta tune in next episode.
I like
Oh
that.
shit.
I like that.
And then also,
Remember, guys, I'm the mediator. I don't really gotta answer.
But it's mic check all day for me.
and I just want you guys to know that like on WTW Radio every single Saturday we got music that's coming out and so much more music that's in the tuck too. We got a couple projects and a couple vibes and like things that we're working on, and it's gonna be an exciting year. You know, we appreciate each and every single one of you. You know, like we saw the numbers and we see that we have a lot of people this year alone. That subscribed this year. So appreciate y'all. Tell y'all friends to like and subscribe and share, and tell us what you guys think of this top 10. And we're gonna do another top 10 soon. Probably not next episode. We're gonna find another worthy conversation. Or if you guys, help us out and give us some comments, we would definitely pick one of those up. But yeah, man. Thank you for tuning in. This right here is the Worthy Conversations with me, Adi, and the homie Spitz.
3K.
We'll be here next week, or probably next month, or next year. But make sure that you stay here on WTW TV.
Be tuned.
Yup. And we out.